Hey guys, so today I wanted to share with you a quick tutorial of how I get this very glowy, dewy skin where it looks really pretty. I'm not going to say natural because I wish my skin had this kind of pearlescent glow to it naturally. Who wouldn't, right? But I wanted to share with you guys how I've been doing my highlight. I've been a little bit extra lately, I just have to say. But I'm really enjoying it and I wanted to hop on camera real quick and just sort of tell you guys about it. I can't put this highlighter down. I really just want to just slap it all over my face. Full face highlighter challenge 24/7, 365. That's what I feel like doing at the moment. And I wanted to share with you guys my foundation and how I go about highlighting. I'm keeping the eyes pretty plain today. I'm just did the brows, the lip. It'll all be listed below, the combo that I'm using for my lips. And then towards the end of the video, I will be sharing with you some of my favorite highlighters to give this really impact and this glow, this very, very highlighted effect, which is very popular even in the wintertime, but because we're in spring and shortly heading into summer, this is something that you're going to see a lot of people doing. So I kind of wanted to give you my way of doing it, the tools of how I apply it, and some little tips along the way, and of course my favorite recommendations that I absolutely love. So if you want to see how I do my highlighting routine, then keep watching. Alright guys, so for this video, as you can see, I have absolutely nothing on my face. This is my bare skin, just skincare has been done. And I wanted to do sort of like a kind of talk through of how I get my glowy skin and how you could do this as well at home. And I'm going to give you some of my favorite highlighters, specifically one in particular that I can't seem to put down. So I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but I'm going to do the foundation. And for my last tutorial that I posted on Friday, I was using a mixture of my Clinique and my Bare Minerals, and I've been doing that a lot lately when I want to have a little bit extra coverage, and it looks really pretty. And I've been using the original formula of the Bare Minerals, and that has a bit of a kind of sheen to it. It has a mica mineral in it, which is, that particular ingredient is not found in the matte. The matte one is made for more oily skin, but I'm going to use this Clinique Even Better. This is with the SPF 15. And I've been using this for a few months now, and I like it. I can't really say that it has helped as far as like spots or anything, because you may be able to see them here, and a few little spots from some breakouts that I had a couple months ago, and those will fade on their own. So I'm going to start with the foundation and taking my Clinique Even Better with a damp beauty sponge, kind of pounce this all over my face just to kind of even everything out. I've been doing just very thin layers, especially being that I'm going over it with the minerals, and the minerals do actually provide good coverage. If you buff it into the skin, it actually can give you a full coverage. So I'm going to take a little bit more and go around my cheek area here. And it is still morning time, so I will be sipping my coffee, which I need to show you guys my new mug that I got at a antique shop. I wasn't expecting to find this type of mug there, but it's so, so cute. Let me just show you. Isn't this cute? It has like a little bunny on it, and then there's like a little, it's like a carrot in there. It's so cute. It's, it seems to be like a hand-painted carrot, but it's so cute. I have a bunny. I had two, and one passed away, unfortunately, in October. So I'm only left with one at the moment, and he's white with the gray markings, and he looks literally like a piece of marble. He's absolutely beautiful. But this kind of reminds me of him because every time there's food or anything in like a bowl or a cup, he's just like trying to jump into it. So it kind of reminds me of him, and I thought this was so cute. So that was like an unexpected little find at an antique shop here locally. Anyways, I'm going to keep bouncing this around to blend everything in before going in with my minerals. Alright, so I have a little bit of the foundation on, and I put a little extra here in my cheek area, but I'm going to go over it with the Bare Minerals. And again, like I said before, I use the original formula, which has a bit of a sheen to it. So that also is something that you could do. Use a little bit of a setting powder or even a very finely milled powder over your foundation that has a subtle kind of sheen to it, where it's not like a shimmer or anything that's kind of leaning towards a highlighter, because you don't really want that all over your face. And if you do, I mean, I kind of do when it comes to this highlight that I'm going to show you here in a little bit, but realistically that would just sort of highlight a lot of my imperfections, and that would not be a good thing. So I like the original from Bare Minerals because it has a bit of a sheen to it, but it's almost like it's your natural kind of skin, and it's not shimmery. So that's kind of the whole idea of just looking really like dewy, but kind of keeping it natural at the same time. You guys already know how I like to do my makeup, very natural. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and just sort of press this into the face without applying too much pressure because I don't want to lift off that foundation that I applied. But it's going to help give me a little bit of extra coverage in my cheek area where it's where I feel like I need extra. A little bit to the forehead. And I'm also going to take some and buff it onto my eyelids. So I'm going to keep my eyelids, as far as makeup, pretty natural today. I'm not going to do anything crazy. Alright, so I have the brows. What a difference the brows make, I swear. And I'm using a new brow gel, the one from Benefit. I just picked up a few things recently, and I'll have to definitely report back because I'm into the Anastasia clear brow gel, and I've been using that one for years, so I can't even believe I bought a new one. I feel like I kind of cheated on one of my favorite brands. Anyways, for highlights, this is the part that I look forward to when I wake up in the morning. I have been loving this highlight. I've had this highlight for a very, very long time. I've used it in my last couple of videos. It's the Tarte Skin Twinkle palette. This is the first one that came out. They recently came out with a volume 2, which I believe has 4 different shades. So either one is beautiful. The quality of these is absolutely phenomenal. You have a couple different tones. This one in the center is very light. It almost doesn't even show up, so I use that to just kind of right here where I have larger pores to kind of diffuse the look of that, and under the eye area, which is good. And I also have used that to set my concealer, and I like that, but that's not really one that I would use for highlighting purposes. And then you have these two. This one is just a little bit more of a kind of goldeny champagne, and this is more of like a pinkier kind of champagne, but this one here is more shimmering. So here are the swatches of those two. Very, very pretty and just super, super soft. So what I've been using to highlight my face is the Eco Tools highlight brush. I did a review on this, and it'll kind of pop up on the screen here. But this fan brush is so perfect for highlighting. I also love to use the Morphe M501, which is a huge, like, deluxe size crease brush. You can find this style pretty much anywhere. You could even use just a regular style crease brush that's meant for the eyes to pinpoint highlight. Load up my brush, lightly tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to hit the tops of my cheekbone with this. And as you can see, look how pretty and just glowy. When you apply it, it almost like melts into your skin. You don't really see a line from where it ends and where, you know, you have the product. It just sort of blends in, and I take a little bit to the brow bone area and through the temple as well, and it just gives the prettiest glow. Now, I don't bring it in too far because I have larger pores, and just know that wherever you put a highlight, it's going to bring forward those features. So if you have larger pores, kind of keep it a little bit more minimal and stay away from the larger pore areas like I do, because if not, it's almost like shining a light and highlighting and say, hey, look at me. That's what the highlight is going to do. So this is just, love this so much. You guys have to try this highlighter. They do have a new single highlighter. I think it's called Exposed, that I was swatching and playing with at Ulta and Sephora. It's so pretty, but it's very similar to this, so I didn't pick that up, but I love that. Look at that. Look at that glow. So pretty. And I don't use a lot of highlights like this often, but I have been lately, and I can't stop. And I just go down the center of the nose, and you can instantly see how it just makes my skin look so much healthier and just prettier. And I wouldn't use this particular one to highlight in the center of the forehead because it is very dewy, but that is kind of what I do. I don't highlight my chin, I don't highlight the center of my forehead, but I am going to use the same highlight as a inner corner highlight. So I'm going to take the same color on a pencil brush. This is the Zoeva 230, and I'm going to just kind of pop that right into the inner corner of the eye, and instantly that's going to wake you up. And I definitely can use that waking up really early in the morning with a toddler and going to bed super late, because I have to catch up on my General Hospital episodes that I have so many of them on, and I have to catch up on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion because I watch the seasons every year that they come on, and I need to catch up and watch those reunions, which I'm gonna do after this. Alright, so I wanted to share with you guys some of my other favorite highlighters that can give the same effect. Now, I do know that this is not everyone's cup of tea, and for the most part, I don't wear a highlight this intense every single day, and I get it. But this is just kind of what I wanted to share with you guys at the moment because it's what I truly am enjoying, and that's the whole point of my videos, is to really share with you guys at the moment and just kind of do a video very real and very honest with you guys. And this is how I've been doing my highlight every single time since I picked up that Tarte Skin Twinkle palette. This would not be a true highlighting video if I didn't talk about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. This is the one in Gleam. I believe they still make this. They should. This is definitely one of my favorite kits. This is the only Anastasia Glow Kit that I have. The Gleam, I think it's just more geared towards my skin tone versus the other ones that are more bronzy. Some of them have that sort of holographic and duochrome look to it, which those are beautiful, but I haven't picked those up yet because I just probably wouldn't use it very often, honestly. I love the Crushed Pearl. I don't know if you can get these individually. I hope that at some point they do because I would definitely recommend Crushed Pearl. This is beautiful. They're all pretty. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's just the one that's nice. They're all nice. The formula is incredible. Very, very creamy and pigmented, as you can see. If you want that glowing, dewy skin where someone can see you 500 miles away or they can get your signal from freaking Mars, this is where you need to be. This and Becca. This is the Champagne Pop. I do have Opal as well, but that one's just a little too dark for my skin. I like to use Opal when I'm a little bit more tan. But this is the Champagne Pop, and I picked this up a while ago when it first came out. This is really pretty. I would say this is more for medium tan, and if you have really dark skin, this will absolutely look divine against darker skin tone. If you're fair like me, I have to be very, very careful because if not, if I put too much of it on in the form that I did this highlight from Tarte, it would have that sort of peachy golden tone right in this sort of localized area that I apply. So this is just lightly, I would just dust it right over something else or just very, 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 very light-handed because Becca in general, regardless of which highlighter you choose, they are very, very intense. But this is a very universal shade. I think that a lot of people can make it work, even if you're fair like me. Like I said, there's ways to make it work, but I think it covers most skin tones from one end to the other of the spectrum. I think that a lot of people can get used out of this, but they do have other ones. They have lighter tones that are more for lighter skin. They have darker ones that are geared towards those who have darker skin tones, if you have a tan. So if you like really, really dewy, this is another brand to look at. I have to give a shout out to Mary Lou because this is also a favorite of mine. I've had this one for a few years and it just never disappoints. It really is such a beautiful, perfect, like, this is just insane how incredibly pigmented this is, how beautiful and glowy. Like when you sheer it out, it can give a very soft, kind of soft, focused, diffused look. But if you pile it on, you get this effect. And I love this. This is just so, so beautiful. And then the last one that I have that I've also reached for a lot lately is my highlighting powder from Bobbi Brown. I know it's a little dirty. I know these are a little bit expensive. And honestly, for a highlighter product, it is expensive. You're paying mostly for the name, to be honest with you. I think these are like $40. Well, I can't believe I paid that much for this. Anyways, this is the Pink Glow Highlighter. And you can definitely find other highlighters. Like Mary Lou is like half the price of this almost. You can get, you know, 2-3 highlights from this one from Tarte for less than this. So this is a little bit more on the pricier side. This is probably the most expensive one besides Becca. Becca's pretty up there in price. But this one is really, really pretty. It has some pink and some like ivory color. And I tend to go more of on the lighter side because I am fair. But it is absolutely stunning. I have to give it that. If you put a lot of it on, it will pick up a lot of pink. So again, I tend to go towards the white side, but it has like a marbleized look to it. It's beautiful. I hope that I kind of covered most of the price points here. I have some affordable ones with Tarte and TheBalm, and then a few kind of in between with the Anastasia. And then the Bobbi Brown and Becca are more on the higher end side. But as you can see, I have a lot of highlighters. And even though that these are pigmented and you use a lot to get this look, these will last you a very, very long time because you only need a tiny, tiny bit. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you found this helpful. Hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the description box because I will have everything listed down below. You can also subscribe for more videos. Hit the notification bell as well. I've seen a few videos, people noticing that. I guess YouTube must have changed their subscription thing. So hit the bell so that you get notified when I post a video, which at the moment it's 2 videos a week. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I will have that listed below, but it's at glamourbylexi. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me today. Thank you for being you, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.